Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Caelus City. My name is OPT Lawyer. Joining me today is Chammy and Tej, and I still question why you guys are here.
Court mandated rehab.
I didn't want to run.
Okay, that's fair, I guess. So, welcome to issue 14 of this thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've actually gotten that many issues in, but there it is. Issue 14, Sequence is the title. On the cover, well, actually, you know what, before we get there, let's go back into last issue and see what happened. What did you say?
I said thank you.
Yes. So, well, it's not going to be much of a description because I barely remember. But what I do remember is Sink and Cal had a little bit of a tiff, if you will. Cal was being very, very, I can't do anything to help. This is beyond my expertise, when he's referring to Owen's little issue of being sick and looking like he's dying or something along those lines. And then Sink got really upset. There was text messages, there was ignoring of text messages, there was phone calls, and at the end of all of it, they came back, together later. But before that, Sink went out looking for a lizard named Josiah, who was told knew a lot about like DNA sequencing and whatnot, and could probably at least begin to help Owen. So Sink went out looking in different shelters, because that's where a lot of the lizard political prisoners that you guys released were kind of hiding out for the moment, spread across the entirety of Caelus City. Well, Sink ran into a red lizard that we later learned his name was Brian, and we also later learned happens to be the son of the general who has taken over the lizard tribe, and may sort of have mentioned who he was looking for. Now, as Sink aptly pointed out later, Sink didn't actually tell this Brian Josiah's name. He just overheard him telling everybody else in the shelter Brian's name. But Cal and Sink hit more places. I remember Cal going into one acting like what was it, a surveyor or something like that?
Oh, it was a student.
No. I was helping out the police taking the surveys.
Yes, that's right. Yes. And you got all sorts of cool paperwork from Lieutenant or Detective O'Malley. And you were able to locate Josiah, a yellow lizard who is a little skittish, just a tiny little bit. And we ended it with you coming back into your laboratory with said lizard in tow, looking around nervously, wondering where the heck he's at. So, on the cover for this issue is kind of an overhead shot of Owen laying on this hospital bed with Sink, Zachariah, Cal, Josiah, and then there's Apollo off to the side. But the main are just like surrounding Owen as just Josiah's like typing into one of Cal's computers frantically. So we're going to kind of open up the cover, or open the book, and we're just going to kind of be where we were at the end of the last comic. As basically, Cal has come back into his laboratory with, let me see, there's a lizard family in there, there's Daniel, I think his father's there, I don't know. There's, all of the cats. And
it's basically a brothel at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. And now you've got a completely different lizard coming with you. So he's yellow scaled and he's looking around like doing this kind of thing. So as you come in, Zachariah kind of looks over at you and he kind of widens his eyes like, "Oh my gosh, you actually found him?"
You underestimate my ability to find people. Also, macadamia nut cookies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the macadamia nut cookies.
Wait, did I remember what they were properly? I couldn't remember, so I
don't
just...
know. I don't remember, but I remember there were cookies.
There were cookies.
There were cookies. I don't remember what kind, but they were definitely
Solution
cookies.
to every problem.
Exactly. In fact, if I recall correctly, Josiah is sitting there, maybe like has one munching on it gently. But,
no, we picked up pizza.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So, hey, kitty. So, yes. So, Josiah is looking around like, does this place always have so many people in it?
No, normally it's just me and one cat, not the 45 you see or however many there are. But currently, right now, considering the climate, this is the most secure place in the city. And can be even more secure if we go into the Figaro protocols.
The what?
It's just the name of the algorithm system that turns this into lockdown.
Think of it like a bunker that can move.
Oh. Okay. Why would we move? Do you know where you're going?
I do. Right now we're going here, and your pizza's getting cold.
Oh, sure, thanks. So, what did you need me for?
Well, we have a buddy of ours that's having some problems that we were told you might have a little bit more experience with than we do. Specifically, he got some problems with his blood.
Blood? Oh. It's human blood, right?
No, I'm talking about Owen over there.
Oh, that's right.
And, yeah.
Oh, so...
This is the one I was telling you about, who's been forcibly infected with Lunarium, Crystarium.
Celestine.
That's the one.
Well, first things first. I have a cat now standing on my keyboard. Excuse me, Tina. Hi. Secondly, he looks over at you and is like, "Oh right, yeah. Oh, the link's over here." He kind of He kind of like shuffles over towards him again, looks him over. He's like, "Oh, okay." So, did anyone run any kind of testing at all on him yet?
Oh, we've run plenty of tests.
Computer, open Celestine file.
Ah! What are you talking to?
And you see the screen just go boop, and there's all the data. I'm talking to the computer because it's voice activated, and there is every test that we have run.
Okay. Zachariah is like, Zachariah is kind of like, he's like trying to treat this as a slight time bomb that might go off at any point, because he can see how like timid this guy is already. He's like, gosh, I knew you were skittish before this, but holy crap, are you okay? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. It's fine.
I'm going to make a suggestion here.
Huh.
I don't think that taking 20 minutes is going to affect things one way or the other, based off of the knowledge I have. So, Josiah, why don't you go ahead, make yourself at home here, look around, eat some pizza, grab a drink, go check for yourself how secure this place is. Then we can talk.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
He just looked, Zachariah, you probably should go with it.
Right.
And here is the 16-year-old hoping the adult got what he was insinuating there.
Oh. I keep hearing us. My laptop was out there. Oops.
Oh.
So, alright, so, Zachariah looks at Cal is like kind of gives a slight nod, and Josiah is looking around like, oh, I can get to work though. It's okay. Zachary kind of like, no. He's right. You should work around and whatnot. I assume it's safe. It's just not that bad. A lot of people here. It's okay. Come on. So Zachariah kind of leads him off.
Gotta admit, not exactly what I was picturing.
I mean, how does one picture a paranoid lizard?
I guess like that? But, like, I was picturing paranoid like, you know, like a secret agent paranoid where they're checking corners and...
You were picturing Pascal from Tangled, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. But does Sync not react that Cal actually referenced a Disney movie?
He's a talking fox. He is a Disney movie.
True, but the fact that Cal knows what he's talking about when it comes to Disney movies, that doesn't...
Yeah, he's got a little brother Daniel.
Okay, fair.
He is not surprised.
Nope.
So, Owen's still kind of asleep on the hospital bed. He's looking a little more pale, but, not too much of a change since last you saw him.
Osik's definitely watching over him.
Mm-hmm.
Is he awake or asleep?
He's mostly asleep, but like he's kind of stirring. So it's like you kind of get like he's kind of like he's conscious, but maybe barely.
Mm-hmm.
But you could try talking to him if you want to.
I mean, if he's kind of out of it, Sync's going to encourage him to lay back down and take it easy.
Oh, no worries on that. He's just like, hey, Sync.
Yeah, Owen? What's up, buddy?
I don't think I'm gonna make it to school tomorrow.
Don't worry, I'll cover for you.
Okay. Everyone contacted my parents.
We should probably go do that. We should
I
probably go do that in person.
Well, we could probably do this. Why in person?
Let me ask you a question. Do you want to hear the news about someone in your family going through this on the phone?
We're gonna tell him?
You weren't planning on telling him?
I gotta admit, I was hoping to wait to tell him until he was better. We should probably tell them.
I don't know what the answer to that decision is. I don't know whether it's right to tell him, right not to tell him.
Well, here's the way I think about it. You'd like to know if something was wrong with Daniel or one of your parents, so I guess it'd be right to...
Something was wrong with my mother for 2 years and I didn't notice. I'm not the person who you want to be giving that little bit of advice to. I noticed nothing. Nothing.
Cal, hold it together. Your mom's fine. And we got this. Right now, we're worried about Owen. And we're worried about making things settled. We can tell his parents. And you're probably a lot better at this than I am. So you can come with.
Yeah, what am I going to say? Hi, I'm some person you've never met before. Here's a full diagnosis on why your son is dying. Yeah, that's going to work out great. Because everything else I've touched recently has gone absolutely beautifully. So yeah, I'm the one you want there. No way. Not happening.
Well, you really want to leave it to me?
Everything that I've stuck my fingers into over the past 2 months has gone to hell and back. I'm not the one. You're not involved in anything right now. I'm probably going to touch something and going to make it worse.
At this point, Zig's actually got to step up to Cal. He's got to kind of look him in the eye and say, "Jeez, Cal, get a hold of yourself. No, I'm serious. Like, if you start freaking out now, when things are actually going a little bit better, even if they're still sucky, like the stuff that was going on with your mom, she's okay now. She's better now. We figured out what they were doing with that DP50 stuff that you made. Like, we got your dad here. He's safe. We figured out what was happening to your mom. Like, we got so much done, and it wouldn't have happened without your brains, without your plans, and it certainly wasn't because I didn't screw up, because I totally did. Cal, you are capable. Also, comfort and support."
Dad?
Yep. Really?
He looks up. All that may be true. But think about this. If I don't develop the serum in the first place, none of this ever happens. So all of this is a direct result of me trying to do things I probably shouldn't have been involved in. So I'm not the person you want touching anything. I mean, if I were you, I'd probably get away now before something happens to you too.
Based on an answer, I think I'm going to have you mark insecure for me.
Oh, okay. Works. And that Sink actually puts his hands in his pockets as he just kind of glares a little bit at Cal. He says, "Fine. I'll take care of it myself. I'll go and just do that. But one more thing, Cal. You might have been the problem that caused all this to start off. But if you don't do anything to help fix it, and you can, then you're even more useless than when you started." And then he's got to teleport out.
Ooh.
That sounded like burning influence to inflict a condition.
That's on you.
I guess I could do that. He's mad at him.
I mean, you don't have to, but that's what it sounded like
say,
from
that's
a
what it
mechanical trigger.
Yeah. I mean, but if you don't want to, it's cool. Just like, it's...
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. This sounds like kind of one of those break points.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll burn the influence. Yay!
You cannot choose hopeless because that's already marked. Although I'm pretty sure I know the answer here.
I mean, guilty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so... we've had a little bit of that. So...
I'm not even sure that's a roll to provoke. It's not even a roll to provoke. It's just
no,
whatever.
that's
He's
just-
gone.
No. It's
He's
just that
gone.
I know, you burned your influence over me, which I'll erase from my thing. You burned your influence, so I no longer,
I gotcha.
He no longer has influence over Cal.
Correct. And by doing so, you inflicted a condition.
Yep. Serves you right. You inflicted one on me.
I mean...
Actually, that was the GM's hard move. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Might have been my own fault.
So...
Yep, Sink's out of there.
Yeah. Okay. So Cal Sink does that and teleports off. What do you do?
Don't know why he insists. If it weren't for the fact this is the only safe place in the city, I'd just delete everything and just forget it all happened. I'm not cut out to be doing this. I'm a scientist. I'm not a hero. I can't even science my way to save someone I care about.
But you are, aren't you? You hear a voice behind you.
Doesn't feel like it.
Cal, dear.
He hasn't turned around yet at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This entire ordeal, everything everyone has gone through in the past 2 years is my fault. I don't know if I can handle knowing that things that I'm going to do are going to cause that. I'm not cut out for this.
Cal, you definitely are. And it's not your fault.
No, it is. I'm the one who sequenced a cure that could be used as a deadly chemical. I'm the one who didn't notice when the people who I care about most were missing. I'm the one who caused him to get to that point. He points at Owen. Maybe there's more to things than just being the smartest guy in the room. Because that hasn't fixed anything.
Well, I'm here. And that's something.
Yeah. But for 2 years you weren't, and that's my fault.
No, it's not. It definitely is not your fault. Oh, gosh. It feels like such a foggy dream. More like a nightmare.
I'm sorry for causing.
What? No, you didn't. Cal. Cal, dear. You didn't. You were trying to do something amazing, and you have. Bad people found out about it. That's all that happened.
What happened? Look at everybody who's here right now. And they're hurting because of that.
No. No. I'm not hurting because of you. Ow. In fact, if anything, from what I understand, I'm alive because of you. If it wasn't for you, I'd either be a brainless slave still, or I would not be sitting here talking to. Ow! Ow! Okay, head. No. Yeah, there's more to this than you know.
I don't know if I can stop it. I don't know if I'm ready to. I took everything I had just to get to here. I don't know if I can take any more.
Cal, dear. me a favor.
Yeah, Mom?
Stop crying. You are way better than this. I'm not even talking about how smart you are, because that's clearly beyond the charts. You are an extremely caring person. That's one of the things I've always admired about you. You know exactly what to do. And you may not think you do, but look at what you've got here, and I don't even know what's going on exactly. Well, if I could tell from the bits I've heard, is that you've brought people here that can save other people and help maybe even stop whatever's going on. No, it's not your fault that they found your...
Why does it feel that way?
Because they tricked you. They want you to feel this way. This is not... They want you to have no hope right now because they know you are in a position that can be very dangerous to them. They know more about you than you think they do.
Do they want a war? Is that it?
What?
Is that what this is? Do they want a war?
I don't know. And I think I should know. So maybe that'll come back to me. There's a lot of pieces I'm still trying to remember. For instance, Cal, don't let your father hear this. What's his name again?
Is this the GM asking because the player forgot?
No. That's no. I know what it is. She's asking.
Knowing me, it's probably Michael.
Oh, you actually forgot. Okay. Well,
I actually forgot.
No. It's Jason.
Jason. Oh, that's right. Oh, get derp. That's an inside joke for me. Why I named him that.
Fair.
When we're off here, I'll explain it. He leans in. No, Dad's name.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You know Dad's name.
I know. I should know Dad's name. It's one of those things I can't quite remember at the moment.
Jason.
Jason, yes. Porter, right. Okay. Wait. Yes. Okay, yes. Porter, that's my last name. I was having a hard time remembering that too. Ow. My head hurts.
It's gonna take time.
Oh yeah, I know. That nice female lizard said something about that earlier.
Oh, Mary, I think.
Ah, is that her name? That's cool.
I hope so.
It is. And she didn't say it. She was speaking a lot, and I only caught part of it because it was kind of easy. As she talks like this, Mary does come back into the room, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" She's awake. Oh, Miss Porter, you should probably not be up and resting and whatnot. I know. I had to. Cal, just one last thing before I go back to sleep, because that's something I should probably do.
Yeah, Mom.
You are not only smart, but you care. And you care more about people than anybody else I know. You can help. Just follow your heart and try doesn't matter if you don't have the technology for it. You can still help. You know you can. And she's actually trying to shift your labels.
What is the shift?
She is shifting your savior up and your mundane down. And you care about more people than most people do?
Right, but I'm not going to say anything, but I do have a question.
Sure.
Because she also said you can do it without your technology.
That's
Is that a superior down as opposed to a mundane down?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, though. I didn't even think that wasn't what I was going for,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good point.
Well, no, because I'm telling you right now, I'm accepting the flip either way.
Right.
It just depends on what happens. I'm just asking the question, and then I will let you decide, and then I'll tell you what happens.
You know, I didn't even think of it that way, and that's a good point. Yeah, okay, fine, we'll do that. Then savior down, or savior up and superior down. It makes sense.
Yeah, he'll accept that. The only reason I asked the question now, and I'll say my thing is, mundane's at -2, so he was going to accept that, and he was going to mark insecure.
Fair enough, yeah.
But I'm like, wait, he said technology, I have to ask.
Yeah, no, you're fine. That's good. I kind of tunnel vision those half the time.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to do a quick aside here. Mm-hmm. My cat is standing at full attention, looking at the top cube of my thing. I think he wants me to move. Nope, he's done. I think he wanted me to move the stuff out of it so we can get into it. So if you see me, I'm gonna go off camera for a second. So I'm gonna say shift scenes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go help the cat. Oh no, he found him off. He's good.
That's fine. Well, that's really kind of the end of that one anyway, as she lays back down and goes back to sleep. So turning the page, Sync. You know where Owen lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long would you say it's been since you've been to Owen's house?
Probably not that long. I mean, we're friends. We hang out. Probably only been about maybe a month.
Well, actually, you know what? If I remember correctly, didn't you guys do a study session at one point during this game?
We did, right. I did that at his house because of the chess thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's been barely a week then.
Yeah. So, if you can make it to his house, no problem. Clearly somebody's home.
Alrighty, Sync gets out of his all-black mode, because he's been in that for a little bit. And he kind of, well, as he's like walking out of his portal and such, he's kind of getting himself kind of limbered up for this. He's muttering a bit about Cal, and do it myself. Everything screws up when I do it myself anyway. Whatever. He walks up to the front door, and he baps on the front door. Bap, bap, bap.
So it's a little bit. But, you hear movement. And, at one point, Owen's father opens the door. What's his father's name? I'm asking you because we haven't made one yet.
We haven't. I will make sure to write it down, though.
The last name is Nelson.
It is Nelson. I was going to call him Nelson. No. Nelson. Let's just call his dad Vincent.
Okay.
Does he go by Vinny?
Vince, maybe. But...
So, Vince opens the door, and he's a bit of an older Lynx, but, you know, he's still, say, like, what would be closer to, like, 40 humanish. But, so he opens the door, he looks at you, he's like, oh, hey, Harvard, what's up?
Mr. Nelson, can I talk to you for a minute? Is your wife home?
No, she's not home.
Okay.
Right now.
I guess I'll...
Come on in.
Yeah.
Come on.
So shuffles in.
Right. By the way, when you asked where his wife is, he kind of stuttered a bit as he said that.
Ooh. I'll hold on to that. Because I don't think piercing the mask will give me too much information on that right now. But we'll see.
So.
Besides, Six preoccupied, so he's walking in.
Mm-hmm. He closes the door behind you, and he's like, he leads you into the living room. You know, it's pretty typical. I will refrain from making the joke about there being scratching posts all over the place. Anyway, so he sits down on a chair and, what's going on?
Zeke sits down himself, and then he immediately hops back up to his feet as he like paces a little bit. Then he sits down again. He's like, okay, I'm not good with doing this too often, so I'm gonna try to give it to you straight. Owen's in a bit of trouble right now.
I was wondering why he hasn't come home in a couple of days.
Yeah. Right now, Owen is really, really sick. Specifically, he's sick because... Mr. Nelson, do you know anything about, like... technomancy?
Oh, you found out about that, huh?
I found out about it? Yeah, I found out about it.
Yeah. You might say I know a little bit about it.
Gotcha. He did say it was a family thing, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Well, this lizard tribe, or territory that's been kind of giving us a lot of guff lately,
Yes.
yeah, they infected your son with something.
I'm sorry, what?
And because they infected him, he's got a really horrible sickness, basically, where his body is kind of killing itself, especially when he starts using his powers and the powers that they might have implanted into him.
So he's, like, staring at you, jaw opened up. Like,
Yeah. And so Sig's still kind of, like, pacing, and right now Owen is laying on a hospital bed as we have one of the lizard refugees from this territory.
So, as you're...
Maybe have a, yeah.
Yeah, as you're speaking, like, saying this, whatnot, he's, like, the moment, like, you do one of those pacing, you turn around, and he's just, like, grabs you by the shoulders, like, okay, son, where is he? Take me there now.
Well, before I do that, I need to tell you that it's really kind of dangerous if the wrong people see you go in there.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure what you could actually do for him right now. So, it'd be nice if you could trust me and hang tight here, and I can keep you updated either by phone or by visiting. But I feel like involving even more people right now might make this bigger than it needs to be, because it's kind of a political incident now.
So he's staring at you like, what in the world are you even talking about as far as, like, not taking him to see his son who you just said is dying? So he looks at you like, no, I don't care. You just told me Owen is dying. Harvard, where is he?
All right. He's in our buddy Cal's lab, and I can take you there.
Okay.
But we should probably tell Mrs. Nelson too, right? I mean, she'd probably want to know.
She's not here.
But is she like at work? Do you need me to pick her up?
No, what I mean is, she's not here. She left. Last week.
Oh.
Actually, why I wasn't questioning why Owen wasn't here for the last few days.
Huh. Owen didn't even tell me you guys were having problems. Not that it's any of my business, I guess, but...
Well, you know, I don't think he really believes it, but...
Huh. Well... Not to kind of, play marriage counselor or whatever, but she might still want to know that her son's, died dying on a hospital bed.
If I could get in contact with her, I would. But, and I guess technically I can, but she made it very clear. Let's get there. I'll contact her from there.
All right.
So he goes, like, gets his, he goes away for a moment, gets, like, some better clothes on, just because he was in, like, just whatever, and, he grabs his wallet and his keys, and he's like, alright, so, did you drive, you probably don't even have a license yet, do you?
No, I don't have a license, but I guess in a way I did drive. Hold on to your stuff, sir.
Huh?
Just whatever. And Sync, like, snaps his fingers, and a portal opens up beneath him.
Oh. So, whoop.
And Sig does like one of those fun small portal jumps to get back over to Cal's lab. And when they arrive there, Sig steps out, and he's got himself in full black again. It's like, oh, by the way, I can do that kind of stuff too.
So he steps out of the portal, and he looks at you like, oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody's keeping secrets.
He kind of gives a shrug, like, not really a secret, but you also notice he doesn't look surprised in any way, shape, or form. More along the lines of, like, either because he suspected, or he's just one of those things that's like, oh, you use magic too, cool. It's like, welcome to the club.
Yay. So, yeah, we're back here at the lab.
So he
Sig walks in.
Yeah, so he spies Owen laying on the bed, and he just beelines right to him, not really paying any attention to anybody else who's there. As Owen is mostly unconscious, and he's kind of like looming over him, like rubbing his head a bit and giving him neck scratches.
Who's all in the main part of the lab at this point?
You will notice that there is no Cal.
Okay. So yeah, Sync will look around to a little casual and see if Cal's about, but if he's not, he's gonna go over to that table to watch over Owen's dad, looking over Owen.
Mm-hmm. Mary's about, and you notice that Cal's mother has moved in positions, I should say. She's still asleep on the bed, but it's clear that she's not just like laying on her back, tied up to things anymore. She's just actually like sleeping.
Oh, she looks better. Oh, by the way, this is Zenik. This is Owen's dad. Vincent. Mr. Nelson, this is Mary. She's been the nurse that's been sort of helping us to keep Owen, actually able to be on a hospital bed and healthy.
So he stands up, straightens out, and shakes her hand, and thanks her, and they do decent, normal pleasantry kind of things and whatnot. And as he looks back and like, so what's going on with him? And Mary kind of relays some of the stuff Zachariah told you before, that this, whatever they infected him with, this Celestine is attacking a DNA marker inside of Owen, which is part of his magical being, if you will, and how that's killing him, basically. Or at least
as they're talking,
yeah,
and he's not focused on Sync. Sync's gonna pierce his mask.
Okay.
So, maintain. And it's a 6. I would like to use team selfishly.
Okay.
Because I have team what team? So use team selfishly.
What's the move?
The move is called team what team. It's where when I use team selfishly, I get a clear conditional mark potential.
Oh, nice. Okay. So how do you use team selfishly?
Well, in a very simple way, first, he's not asking about Cal or where he is, because he doesn't care. But he's only going to bring up that Mary's the person who's been helping
Oh, that's a good
Owen.
point, yeah.
He's not going to bring up the fact that Cal's been involved with helping him.
All right. Well,
So yeah, he's going to omit that information.
team is spent. Selfishly, even.
Yep.
So shift your labels.
Oh, that shifts labels? Sweet.
That's
Either shift your labels or gain potential for Team What Team.
Yeah. It was clear condition on market potential.
Well, I mean, to use team selfishly, don't you have to?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that part. Yeah, that part.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I shift my
Yep.
labels to do it?
Yeah, you have to shift the label of the roll up and then anything else down.
I see. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so mundane goes up, and whatever your...
Let's go danger down, because I am super undangerous. That'll bite me in the butt, I'm sure. Actually, no, savior goes down because I'm not being a savior. I'm being kind of a jerk.
Kind of.
Yeah. But okay, so that means it gives me an actual 7. And that means I gotta pierce the mask and get to ask 1 as opposed to 3. That's such a big divide. I'm going to see what is he really planning. Now, I mean, it's probably not a great question because he's clearly worried about Owen, but what's his long term here?
Well, up until like 5 minutes ago, his long term was clearly trying to figure out how to piece back his marriage together.
That's good.
Now, it's more along the lines of finding out what happened to his son and potentially killing whoever did it to him.
Ooh.
Or at least punching them in the face really hard. You get that?
Probably several times.
Oh yeah, multiple times. Yes, you can see it in his eyes that he's deeply concerned for his son, and also pissed.
Okay.
Like he is pissed off. Like
That's actually good information.
especially when somebody's telling him that, like the lizard tribe infected him. And there's a lizard who is now confirming that, which at first he's a little suspicious of, but as one you told him that she's been helping him, she explains a little bit more about the whole coup that you guys kind of did. Not coup, but the incident of you guys releasing all these prisoners and whatnot and things, and how you rescued their son and all that stuff. Yeah, he warms up to her really quickly.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, yeah.
Clear my condition of insecure.
Okay.
Because I feel confident in what I'm doing.
So, right now, Owen's father is kind of getting information, looming back and forth as he looks at one of the computers in the room. He's like, "Whose computer is this? And would you mind if I use it real quick?"
No, he'd be fine with it.
Great. So, just like you've seen Owen do, he doesn't sit down at the keyboard. He just puts his hand on the monitor and things start happening.
Man, Owen must have cheated in
I
classes.
need to interject here.
Okay.
Because one of the things that happened recently, once Cal realized that he had several technomancers he was dealing with, he put in some failsafes.
Okay.
Nice.
This is not a recognized technomancer.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
It's a partially recognized technomancer because of the partial DNA match to
Right.
Owen, but this is not a full-scale match, which means the anti-technomancer security systems are being put in place,
We got those.
Which are?
which are going to be described depending on what I end up rolling for Always Prepared.
Okay.
Because I figure I need to roll for this one.
Oh yeah. Sure. Why not?
We don't even need to keep him out. We just want to.
Right. Okay. So, condition or unstable or temporary, I believe.
At this point, considering Cal's emotional state, he's gonna mark angry.
Okay, so what's it do?
So we get the picture, like the sort of the same kind of mindscape thing we saw when everyone went into Cal's mom's mind. But this time it's Mr. Nelson being a technomancer going in, and then you just have intruder. You just hear the robotic intruder detected, and we just get this basically, the scene in Smash Brothers where the entire Smash Brothers cast is there for the picture. We see that. It's basically the entire cast of characters who we saw in Cal's mom's mind. We see the Link stuff. We see Gan, like all of those. Intruder detected, and they decide they're all going to sit there and brandish their weapons at the unidentified DNA signature in the computer system and fire at will.
So it's like a video game firewall.
Right. Well, the moment he gets any resistance at all, he just immediately backs out of the system. And it's just like, he kind of comes back like, whoa! Okay.
Huh. That was kind of cool.
He looks over at you and saying like, what do you mean, kind of? Who puts in anti-technomancer stuff in their computer? Who even knows they exist?
Probably Cal, the guy who owns the lab and owns the computer.
Who's Cal?
Cal, he's our super buddy. He's friends with Owen and me. Might have done some crime fighting. He owns the place. That's his mom on the table.
Oh.
How's she doing, by the way, Mary? She looks better.
She was actually awake for a little bit. She's remembers some things, not everything. Including she actually kind of forgot her husband's name, but she remembers now.
Yes. Is that normal?
It's, I mean, considering what she went through, I said her mind's repiecing everything back together. Not to mention the fact that her brain's, like, the neurological pathways in her brain are repathing themselves. She'll most likely get all of it back, or at least most of it back.
Okay.
Over time. It's just that right now there's going to be gaps, and they're going to be weird gaps. Like, as I said, she remembered Cal's name. She didn't remember Jason's name or her own last name until she mentioned Jason.
Jeez. Well, as long as it's kind of expected, I guess, but...
Well, really, it's hard to expect anything because we don't really know what this is all about, what this is going to really do, or was trying to, or whatever, but, we have theories about this stuff, so, basically, it's kind of go with the flow at the moment, but she should be, like, she's out of the woods as far as any danger of not actually waking up.
That's good.
Because that was a possibility, and I don't know if I actually ever made that clear.
No, it was definitely a risk. But good, that's...
I mean, even after you guys went in and did that with the chip. Which Owen's father's looking around like, wait, what?
We'll explain that later. That gets kind of deep and complicated. But bottom line, the lizard's screwed with Cal's mom, too.
Okay, I don't even know who this Cal is, and I just want to punch the lizards again, just extra for him. Not you, man. I know, it's fine.
You're one of the good ones.
Yeah. You're one of the good ones, but no.
But yeah, right now, like I said, there's not a whole lot we can do. We're waiting on this Josiah guy to hopefully come through for us. Where's he even at?
Well, he's, like, on a computer in the corner of the room.
Oh, he's actually in the room.
Yeah, but he's in the corner of the room, he's typing away, he's really ignoring everything else.
Gotcha.
As, Zachariah is, kind of, like, comes back into the room, finally, from the kitchen. He's holding Cal, do you have any kind of alcoholic beverage in your lab someplace down there?
Cal is a teenager. He most certainly does not.
I was going to say, Cal's a teenager. He most certainly does.
Cal is a teenager. He most certainly does not that he will admit to anybody.
Fair.
Who is looking?
Oh, Zachariah is looking. Actually, your father's there too. Would he know?
His dad definitely doesn't know.
Okay.
But there is one person in the lab who knows where the alcohol is.
Of course
Apollo.
Apollo knows. Yes.
Because Cal has hidden the alcohol in a hidden hatch underneath the litter box.
Mm-hmm. So two things now. Zachariah comes back holding a glass of said alcohol, and Apollo has a big bowl of tuna, like, that he's munching on. So he goes back in. He's just like, he looks up. He's like, "Oh, hello. We've got another new person in all of this. Hi. I'm guessing by the species you are related." It's like father, like, "Oh, hi." You know, they introduce each other, whatnot, and he's like, isn't it kind of early to be drinking? Like, no, at this point, I think I just needed something to relax. After trying to talk to him, he points to Josiah, for like an hour, I need to relax.
He didn't get any better?
That's him. Like, I tried to tell you before, he's skittish. It's worse right now, after the whole prisoner thing, but yeah, he just, let him do his thing. He'll be fine. Where's Cal at, anyway?
You asking me?
Well, yeah.
I left here. You were still here when he was here.
Yeah, I figured you were back, so I figured somebody knew where he went to.
So don't look at me.
Okay.
What have you been... Oh, yeah, you were showing him around. Right.
Yeah. You know how many floors he actually has in this place? I mean, this could actually house, like, a small militia. Actually, I think we kind of have one in here now.
I always thought he only had one floor. It was just really big.
No, it goes to sub-basements.
Oh. I actually don't get to explore too many of those. Well, I mean, well, Mary was in the room when I left.
Yeah, he just left after talking to his mother. Oh, his mother woke up? Yeah.
He actually talked to her.
Yeah, they talked for a little bit. He's not here anymore.
Did she smack some sense into him?
I don't know. I think she tried.
Ugh.
It's hard when you can only remember like half of your life.
Yeah, but I mean, after not seeing his mom for a while, I figure anything she says to him, he'll probably listen to.
It didn't sound like that was happening.
Ugh. Don't know where he gets off being so obstinate.
You know, you could try to be slightly more understanding.
I'm pretty understanding.
I mean,
I know he's been through a lot. I'm not denying that.
yes, he's been through a heck of a lot.
Yeah, he has. We've all been through a lot. Like, you guys aren't cowering in a corner. You're doing stuff. You're helping people.
We kind of grew up around some of this, and not to mention that a lot of it is stuff that we've kind of been preparing for. Cal wasn't prepared to have his stuff stolen, wasn't prepared for his mother to be kidnapped, wasn't prepared for any of this.
What are you talking about? He's always prepared. He's always one step ahead of what's going on. And yeah, this caught him by surprise.
Well,
Like, he seemed ready to go.
that's what I meant, though. I didn't mean like he's not prepared in general. Clearly he is. What I mean is that he wasn't mentally ready to deal with all of this crashing at once.
Yeah, I know that. But I need him really badly right now.
You're gonna have to let him come back to you. Like right now, if you force him back into a mindset, he'll probably be more useless.
So what, I just wait?
I mean, that's all we can really do at the moment. If he wants to talk to you, just let him talk. But until then, just give him space at least for now. Besides, think of it this way. When did he graduate from college?
I don't know, like when he was 15?
Yeah.
When he was 11.
I don't know, when he was 15?
Well, I was throwing that in because you guys knew if you didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot, actually.
No, I knew I was young. I couldn't remember quite when, but anyway.
Okay,
So,
11, yeah.
no, if I remember, I heard him say it was younger than that. Regardless, here's the thing: he clearly hasn't grown up with his own social group.
Oh, geez, no, he's a total nerd and a shut-in.
Yes, that's what I mean. Emotionally, he wasn't ready for this.
Oh, he's not as well adjusted as I am. I see.
Oh yes, you're extremely well adjusted, Mister.
I'm best in the business.
Yeah, Mister. Get upset and go off half cock kind of thing.
I didn't get upset. I got things done.
You're upset. Look at you.
Whatever. Fine. Is it wrong that I want to do something about
No,
this?
it's
My
not
best
wrong.
friend is laying on the table.
It's not wrong at all. I'm just saying you're upset.
Fine, so I'm upset.
Yes.
Whatever, congratulations.
Just trying to tell you, trying to think about what he's going through too. He just got his mother back. He blames himself for all of it.
But she's back. Why isn't he happier? He got what he wanted.
Well, I think what he wanted was none of this to have ever happened in the first place. Remember, his formula's still out there with a deadly change to it, apparently.
Yeah, I guess that is pretty bad. I don't know, I just don't like feeling helpless like this.
Well, just right now, I think we just need to have cooler heads for the moment. Just because we all need to come together and think about what our next step's going to be. Because once we save Owen, if we do, which we should be able to, hopefully.
We're gonna save Owen.
Yes. Once we can do that, the next question is, what do we do after that? We all can't just stay here and do nothing.
Well, I mean, after we save Owen, Cal's probably gonna want to make a antidote for that DP50 stuff. And then we'll take care of that. That sounds like next in line.
Possibly. Or we're all going to want to go into our old home and knock some heads around.
Unless the heads come to us. Because they seem like they weren't pretty happy about what was going on.
No, but I'm pretty sure after having all those political prisoners freed and having your base attacked by a cat in a mecha suit,
That was pretty good.
pretty sure that they're going to kind of hold off for a little bit. One, they have to regroup and probably repair the wall. Two, yeah, you really don't want to just start an offensive after getting your made to really look humiliated, despite the fact that you had all this military equipment and whatnot, and you were beaten by a cat and his owner and his friend.
Hey. Well, good then. That means we don't need to worry about them for now. Like, I know it's no problem. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, we got enough problems for right now.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'm saying is they're going to back off a little bit, but that doesn't mean they're not going to continue doing like subterfuge and whatnot, so you still need to be careful. But I don't think they're going to launch an assault on Caelus City. I don't think that they were going to do that for a little bit anyway.
Well, fine then. We'll worry about that at least after we get Owen better, and then after Cal makes that antidote he's going to make, and then we can do whatever we need to do next. 2 things is enough for now.
So, Owen kind of actually starts to stir a little bit and opens his eyes up, and it's out his father's like right next to him. He looks over at him and he sees his father. He's like, "Oh, hi, Dad. Are you actually here?" And, yes. They go back and forth a little bit. Where's Mom at? I don't know. I was hoping that was a dream. Trust me, so was I. Is Sink here?
I'm here, buddy. Think walking up, he was hanging back a little bit, but
Right.
he walks up to the table.
Sick, come here. Kind of like,
What's up?
here.
Hey.
Kind
He leans down closer.
okay. He reaches up
Yeah.
and then like smacks you on the muscle.
Ow!
Why did you
Oh,
bring
ow.
my father here? I told you just to tell him, not bring him here.
I mean, he insisted.
Looks at you like, I didn't. Well, Vincent looks at you and he's gonna like gives us that like, I did kind of demand he bring me here. He's like, Dad, why would you come? It's not even safe here. I mean, safe here, but it's not safe.
See, that's what I told him too.
Well, your friend here dropped us through a portal to get here. Oh, okay, he showed you that. Okay, that's... Hey, Dad. What? I'm kind of a superhero. Okay. He looks over at you. He's like, is he just kind of like fever dreaming right now, or...
Oh, you're not surprised by portals, but you're surprised by the fact that your son may be a superhero?
I know he's got his powers. I didn't know he was out there, like, fighting crime or whatever, and
What else are you gonna do with him?
build a successful tech business.
That's adult stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
know,
your son's a superhero.
Yes. Cool. That's dangerous, isn't it?
I mean, only if you're bad at it.
Right. Well, glad to know I didn't know that before now.
And I didn't tell you this time, so that's on it.
I don't know how that makes it better, but thank you.
Yeah.
So at this point, Jason Porter comes in.
Jeez, we got a lot of people here.
Oh yeah, I know. Along with like 5 other cats that are just kind of like prowling around. Speaking
Jeez, we got a lot of people here.
yeah, speaking because they have the translators on.
No, we turned the translator off.
Oh, did you? Okay.
We did.
Well, so they look a lot more uniformed and organized than any like group of cats have any right to be. Because at Apollo's insistence, Brutus is leading his gang through like exercises.
I just want the spin-off comic and just it's just them like going through training and it's really just them mimicking West Side Story. When you're a jet, you're a jet.
Oh, I want the snapping. Yes.
Yep, that's totally the spin-off comic.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So, so he sees all this and he's just like, I'm just not gonna ask any questions at this point.
Good way to be.
Yeah. He walks over to Mackenzie and Mary gives him the update, lets her know that he was awake. She was awake for a little bit. Doesn't tell him that she forgot his name.
Mackenzie's Cal's mom, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, it thanks Mary for the update. He goes over to the other wherever with Daniel and sits down as he's playing video games. Kind of oblivious to a lot of what's going on.
Happily so. And Sig's mostly just hanging out by Owen as he's watching all this unfold.
So, Cal, what are you doing?
Cal is sitting there. He has gone up to the swing on the tree on the hill, and he's kind of just sitting there, absent-mindedly swinging back and forth. Not fast or hard, just sort of.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's literally what he's doing right now.
At some point, Sig probably would text Cal.
Have we determined what Sync's text tone is on Cal's phone?
That's what I remember.
I'm gonna guess it's what the fox says.
It is, and you hear it in the top desk drawer.
He never makes this easy. So I can't contact him by phone. Giving him his space. Sig might actually ask Apollo if he knows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Apollo
or Cal
does. So, as much as Apollo's busy eating his tuna, he'll tell you where it's at.
And Sig will kind of like lean back. Oh, I don't really want to do this, but I gotta. And looking around the room real quick, making sure Owen's okay. Is Owen okay?
He's back asleep.
Okay, good. So, knowing that, Sig's going to go ahead and walk into the nearby closet, which is really a portal.
I mean, I think everybody knows at this point. No, not everybody. So, they're fine.
He still does it. It's his way of exiting.
Fair.
So yeah, walks in, and then he walks out. Probably, how close is this tree to where Cal's lab is anyway?
15-minute walk.
Okay. So eventually, Sink walks out of the side of that tree. And kind of leans against it. Is Cal still there?
He is.
So, Sig's gonna struggle a little bit. And he's gonna speak to, I got, Owen's dad's at the lab now.
If Cal hears what you're saying, he doesn't react and just continues his mindless swinging.
He looked really happy to see his son doing okay. He tried to get into your computer, but he got bounced out by the firewall. That was kind of funny. Good job on that. So, look, I'm not good at this, Cal, and you know I'm not good at it. But I know you're going through a lot. I know it's not easy. And I know I don't understand half of it. I'm just frustrated because I really want to help. And you can take all the time you need to get things sorted out. If I can do anything to help, I want to do something to help. Right now, all I see is one of my best buds really, really downplaying him when I feel like you're the only reason I've made it as far as I have. And I just don't know how to deal with that. So, when I go off the handle and say things I don't really mean, it's mostly just because I really feel like that I need you. And I'm sorry.
What is your vulnerability and weakness move?
Oh. That was when you share a vulnerability, weakness, give them influence over you, and ask them who they'd like you to be. I kind of did. It's like if there's anything you need me to do or be, but
No, that's fine. No, I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if I got the influence. So I do get to make a label shift here.
you do. Yeah. This is one of the ones where you don't know the
exactly. Exactly. I'll get to the mechanics of the label shift afterwards, I promise.
No worries.
You want to help. Here's an idea. Start by stopping lying to yourself. People like me, we don't get friends. We just get people who latch on and eventually find something better to do with their time. So if you want to help, run before you get too far sucked in.
What are you even talking about? We're absolutely friends.
No. That's what everyone says. And it might feel like it's true for a bit. But eventually the same thing will happen. You'll get everything you needed out of me, my brain, and then you'll run off, and I'll be left holding the bag.
You really think I just ditch you after getting everything I need from you? Is that the kind of person you think I am, Cal?
That's the kind of people who I always end up dealing with. I don't get to make friends. I get to meet people who see a profit in what I can do. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everything I do being thrown in my face and used against me. I'm tired of seeing everything I've worked so hard to do be turned for the worst possible things. I'm tired of housing families in my lab because it's the only safe place in the city, because there's a militaristic empire on the outskirts that no one wants to believe is threatening the city. I'm tired.
Sink leans back on the tree. Okay. So, you're tired. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going to sit here. I'm going to swivel. And I'm not going to worry about it anymore because I'm done. I'm done. There is no more amalgam. There is no more storming bases. It's over. It's done. That's it.
Why is it done?
Because every time it feels like we're fixing something, four more things show up in its place. Not sure how good you are in the math department. Oh, wait, yes, I am. I've seen your grades.
You
Exponentially
tutored me,
speaking,
by the way.
1 to 4 to 16, you see where this is going.
I see where it's going.
Eventually, it reaches a point where it's just not worth it.
So it's the alternative. You just kind of leave it as a mess, wait for somebody else to clean it up.
They'll probably do a better job than I will. I'm not saying you can't clean it up. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
No. I can't clean it up. In fact, one of the reasons I hang around you is because until I got to hang around you, all I was doing is messing stuff up. You think people were using you? People were assuming things because like you're smart and useful and whatever? Do you know how often I had friends that really just wanted me around to be an extra body, to be a lookout while I did whatever? Do you know how many friends I had that lasted like a night or until I was useful? Yeah, I've been there too. I hated it. And you know what? Hanging around you? One of the first guys that didn't do it. So, when you say you're dealing with that kind of a problem, being used, I get it. I wouldn't do that to you. But regardless of that, I don't think there's anybody better than you. And certainly not me when it comes to dealing with this kind of a problem.
Words are sweet. That's all they are. You know how many times I've heard that same speech? I get it. I get what you're trying to do and trying to say. But I'm done. I'm just done. What else is there for me to do? I got my mother back. I have the formula. I'm waiting for it to synthesize so I can cure my brother. That's why I started this. Why do I need to fix everyone else's messes now? I'm done. I'm good to be done.
So, you don't want to see Owen get better?
There is somebody much more capable of saving him currently sitting in my chair.
And what about Apollo and that little cat gang? I mean, there are people going around doing terrible things to them.
How is that my problem?
Because they're living in your house. Or rather, your lab.
Apollo's an independent thinker. I can't stop him.
You know you could.
I can delay him with fish.
Well, without you there, he's just going to eat your entire supply, because they found it.
No, they didn't. They found one of the supplies.
I think you can still help a lot of people, Cal.
Help them what? Get kidnapped and brainwashed by a lizard tribe?
Considering that all we've done is save people from the lizard tribe, I think we're doing the reverse. I just don't get why you think of yourself as being so useless. Like, you can do so many good things, and I always thought that you wanted to. Like, I thought you got into this whole science thing because you wanted to make the world a better place.
We all start off with that same cheerful dream. And then I had a focus, I had a purpose. I was going to save my brother. And it got derailed, and all I could see was red and stopping the assholes who stole and weaponized my formula. I got it back. I did what I set out to do. I've got this formula, it's synthesizing. I saved my mother, who I didn't know was replaced. Some son I am, some genius I am, but I can't even see through that. So, considering I couldn't see through that, I developed something that's been weaponized into a potent paralytic. You've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
It's probably better if I don't touch anything else and just go start a chemistry lab somewhere.
And you're not going to try to make a cure for that paralytic?
They know I have a sample. By the time I developed a cure for that, they will have already re-engineered it.
So, let me get this straight then, Cal. What you want to do is you want to solve your problems. You want to make sure things are okay with your mom, get the cure for Daniel, and then get your life back together. Is that right?
Seems to be like the path of least resistance.
And what about all this? He points between the two of them. Like,
You're the one who walked away earlier, not me.
yeah, but I did it because I'm an idiot.
People tend to speak the truth when they're angry.
Which means I am an idiot, because I'm pretty angry about it right now.
Yeah, based on what you said earlier, I should have just walked off when you appeared.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm still thinking about it.
Well, even if you don't want to do all this hero stuff and go beyond, like, your family, I don't know, I still think you're worth having as a friend. And I don't mean having as, like, having you. What I mean is, if you don't want to be a hero, fine, I get it. I'm not in place to force you. I'd be pretty bummed out if I lost one of my best friends, like, just because of some stupid stuff I said. Especially when I was just angry and didn't mean it. It was more just lashing out.
Look, everything you've said sounds nice and sweet, and most people would probably be biting at that hook right now. But when you first got here, you asked me a question. You asked what you wanted, what I wanted you to be, what I wanted you to do. What I I want is for you to be honest. And with that, he's shifting your superior down and your mundane up to complete the drama move.
Sync's gotta kind of lean back a bit and say, oh, okay. I already feel like I was being pretty honest with you, but what do you even want to know from me? He accepted it, by the way.
When this entire thing started, you had no dog in the fight. You had no reason to stick around, no reason to do anything. It was only recently you had a reason. Why'd you stick around?
I mean, that's not that complex. It's because you're a friend of mine, and I help friends out. And besides any of that, it was a good opportunity to show people that to show that I'm not completely useless.
To show who?
I mean, everybody. People who look at me and make assumptions immediately upon just, like, seeing what I am, seeing the way I walk, the way I talk.
At this point, he jumps down off the swing. Well, I will give you some credit for at least trying to answer the question. But I asked you to be honest with me. And you weren't.
How was it? What am I forgetting?
And he begins to walk off.
What? 6 following us. What are you talking about? This is... I'm being honest. I mean, yeah, there's also the crawdad bet, but I mean, that was for the, that's for studying. That had nothing to do with the whole, like, stick around superheroing stuff.
Look. You said to me that you stuck around to prove to people that you were capable. Who, in particular, are you trying to prove that to?
I mean, you'd be a good start.
That's your answer now. What was your answer back then? Who were you trying to prove that to?
My brother. My dad. I mean, even if they didn't know who I was. Like, at least I didn't think they would, but...
He shakes his head. Same the way I'm doing it. Look. Harvard. The past 24 hours has been a lot. It's made me realize some things. And if I'm going to realize that what I've been doing is for selfish reasons, and I need to come to terms with that.
Oh, I was proving it to myself, wasn't I?
And what have you proven to yourself?
Honestly, I'm a lot more capable than I thought I was. We took down some pretty bad guys. Did some pretty cool tricks. And I've proven that I got a bit more brains than I thought I did, passing tests. I mean, yeah, it was with your help. I mean, extremely with your help. But, I mean, it's something I can do. I can see that now.
All I did with the tests was point you in the right direction. I wasn't sitting there taking it. I wasn't giving you answers.
No, you weren't. I wanted you to, and you didn't.
I honestly don't know if I have the mettle to be a hero. I don't have a driving purpose anymore. I don't. It was easy to just put everything to the side when there was the target at the end of the tunnel. Get the formula to save my brother, to get my mother back, to save her. We've got pretty much everything we need to figure out how to save Owen. There's nothing more I can do about that right now. So there's really nothing I can see that would cause me to want to keep going out there and causing these incidents to happen. But it's weird because you grow up reading all these comics and you see all of these heroes drawn on pages. And they all have such wonderfully altruistic motivations for being a hero. And then it happens to you and you try and live up to these frankly lofty, unrealistic expectations, and when you don't, and you realize that you're just being a hero because of selfish reasons.
But you're still being a hero in the end, right?
Maybe.
You know, Cal, I keep thinking back to one thing that I saw, like when we first started really doing things. When we fought against that, I think he was like a crow or something?
Yeah, Crow.
A jerk over at the gas station. And, there was this kid who got hit with that paralytic. And the way you approached that kid, like you came over and you told him to be calm, and you like tried to make sure he was all right. Like you went over and you really cared about that kid, and you didn't have to. Like you could have been as cold as you wanted about that, and Like, just either, I don't know, knock the kid out with a sedative, or let him continue wailing, or whatever. But you helped that kid, and you made him calm down. And it always stuck out to me, because I always thought that felt kind of like a heroic moment. Like, you actually helped somebody, and you basically told the kid to be a hero.
He reminded me of my brother. And if you recall, I threw a cat in your face.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten that part. That's probably why I keep thinking about that moment, too. But... I don't know. Doesn't part of you ever kind of worry that there may be more Daniels out there?
All the damn time.
So I got a question.
Mm.
You guys like walking along?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So as you're having this lovely conversation, Cal, you notice something. It's on your street, a block away from your house, a little over a block away from your house, but there's something very strange going on.
What's that?
Well, there's a van that you can very clearly, unmarked van, but you can very clearly see from your angle, because it's kind of like parked on the side of the street. They're not doing a very good job of hiding the fact that there are two lizards sitting in the front passenger compartment of this.
Just gonna poke. And he points to the van. Wanna have a little fun?
Thought you'd never ask.
And you know what? I think that right there is a really, really good spot to kind of cliffhang this right there. So, thank you guys for watching As the World Turns with Foxes and Scientists. For Chammy and Tej, I'm OPT. Have a nice night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.
All right.